Hey guys, it's Sage with the Panhandle-Plains Historical Museum's Education Department. Now I'm not at the museum right now, I'm actually filming this video from my home. And today we are going to do a STEAM related activity that you can do from your own home. Now today's activity idea comes from the Frugal Fun with Boys and Girls website, and it's called the Walking Paper Horse. And if you can see here, I made my own walking paper horse, or dog, if you think it looks more like a dog, to show you guys as an example. And just to the left of it will be the body dimensions that we will be using to make our paper horse. And I've enlarged them a little bit more just to show you guys so you can see the dimensions better than if I was to do the actual size. So the supplies you need are really simple: construction paper, a ruler, scissors, and a Sharpie or a pencil, whatever you would like. So we're going to start out by making a 15 centimeter long rectangle. So I'm going to take my ruler and make a mark at 15 centimeters. Just make a couple marks, and then our rectangle will be 4.5 centimeters wide. So I'm going to make some more marks. 4.5. Okay, now we're going to connect our marks to make our rectangle. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my rectangle out just so you guys can see it a little bit better. So your rectangle should look something like this. Now we are going to make marks at 5 centimeters, dividing our rectangle into thirds. Go ahead and draw a line to connect those marks. So you should be at this step right now. Now we're going to divide our rectangle into thirds widthwise by 1.5 centimeters. So make a mark at 1.5 and then another one at 3. And do the same thing on the other side. And then gonna connect those dots. Okay, so this is what it should look like now. And I made these dotted lines because we will end up cutting these lines here in just a little bit. Alright, one last thing is we have to make these angled dotted lines for our horse's feet. So you don't need a measurement or anything special on these. Should look like this. Okay, and we will cut those off as well. So I'm going to cut my dotted lines to separate the head from the feet, and then we're going to cut off a little triangle section to make our horse's feet. And do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so you should have separation like this. Okay, so now comes just a little tricky part. Instead of having these so straight, we need to put a little curve in them just to kind of round them out a little bit. So I'm simply just following my straight line, but adding a little bit of a curve to it, kind of rounding it out. Okay, so now I'm going to fold down the two outer strips, because those are our legs, and I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side to make the other legs. So you can see our horse is starting to take shape. Now we'll fold up the head and fold up the tail. So for the tail, we're going to put a little bit of curve into it. And this is kind of what makes it look more like a dog's tail. But this helps your horse have balance. And then for the head, I'm just going to make another little fold to separate the head and the neck. And then you can just kind of pinch off to make the nose. So there we have it. Our own walking paper horse. Now comes the fun part. We are going to race our horses to see which one's faster. So let's take a look. Okay guys, I've set up a ramp for our horses to race down, and it is just simply a piece of wood with an empty coffee container and a piece of fun foam just to give the horses a little bit of traction. So we're going to take our horses, set them at the top, and then let them go. And they should kind of wobble their way down all the way to the bottom. And it looks like the blue horse is doing pretty good this time. And looks like he is going to beat the red horse. Awesome. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this project. It takes just a little bit of patience to get your horse's feet just at the right curvature. So you might have to mess around with a little bit of it, but it's very fun and I hope y'all enjoyed it. Thanks.